What is up, YouTube viewers? My name is Kiss, and welcome back to KTV Network. Today I'm reacting to the last Mortal Kombat 1 update by True Underdog Gaming. Alright, so let's see what he has first. Let's watch. Alright. The last Mortal Kombat 1 update, because the last update I heard about was Katana. That's not going to happen, though. So,
the final update for Mortal Kombat 1. That's right. After today, there won't be any new content added to this game. Whether it's balance patches or new costumes, gear pieces, other items in the shop, nothing like that. So yeah, it truly is the final update for Mortal Kombat 1. Until now, there was still new stuff getting added to the game every now and then, sparingly to be sure, but still, there was new stuff coming. But not
because
anymore.
I gotta move on to
Today,
number 2.
I just wanted to
Or
cover
12.
the final update
13.
for Mortal Kombat 1, the shop items, the new costumes, and how to get them for free because you don't have to pay for them. And after all that's done, I wanted to share my final thoughts on the game and how things could be improved for the next installment of Mortal Kombat. Because chances are the next NetherRealm game is going to be Mortal Kombat 13 or maybe Mortal Kombat 2 if they choose to call it that. Between you and me, I'm hoping they don't call it that. Things are already confusing enough with Mortal Kombat 1. But yeah, I think the Mortal Kombat 1 shop was handled pretty poorly and could definitely...
I hope they call it 13.
Be improved, and also I'm hoping NetherRealm makes everything purchasable separately soon, whether it's by in-game currency or real money.
See,
I want the
this Tanya looks good. This is the Tanya they should have went with. You could have kept the face model, which is fine, but you know, just she doesn't look as manly. She doesn't look manly here. I'm sorry to say. But she looks really good. You couldn't come out with this Tanya. You gave us that hot mess. Y'all ain't shit for that.
Currency or real money. I want the option to buy every single costume instead of just having a few costumes available at a time. I hate that rotation method. I don't like the FOMO. Just make everything available in the game now for us to purchase. That would be awesome. But first, a quick shout out to Gamer Subs, because get this, it comes in a can now. That's right, several delicious flavors are now contained in a can, and they taste really good. I've sampled a few of them myself already, and I won't lie, sometimes drinking from a can is just more satisfying. And they just dropped today. So use my link down below to get yourself 10% off any purchase. And just so you know, every purchase you do make helps support this channel directly. Or in other words, it's an absolute win. But if that wasn't cool enough already, there's also new flavors and pixel cups that dropped as well. That's right, we got fireworks to celebrate the 4th of July. It's a fantastic pixel cup and the art wraps all the way around. It's super cool. Or if you prefer the waifu cups and merch, there's a new one for that too. Check it out on screen right now. Really cool stuff happening at Gamer Subs. They have flavors in a can now, which is so cool. In other words, there's never been a better time to check out Gamer Subs. Use my link down below to get 10% off, and every purchase supports this channel. So today, I just wanted to cover the final update, because Mortal Kombat 1 did so many amazing things for my channel. It was a blast making videos for you all to enjoy, whether it was guides or upcoming characters, balance patches, all that incredible stuff. I loved making videos for this game, and it's a bit sad to see it go. But hey, on the bright side, that means another game is coming. In fact, people say NetherRealm's been working on this next game for months already. Alright, here we go. The store. What is rotating?
So they've been keeping us entertained while working on a new game. That's perfect.
Today, I gotta see it. Show me the premium items. We got UMK3 Sub-Zero that's back in rotation. That's cool. If you missed out before, guess what? The costume is back in the store, and now you get a second chance to purchase it. That's pretty sick. Along with MK2 Katana. And not gonna lie, it's one of the best renditions of Mortal Kombat 2 Katana. I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but it's up there. It's really, really nice. I kind of prefer the exposed backs in Mortal Kombat 11, but still, this outfit is really nice. It's got some extra lines and random seams here and there, which normally I would hate, but here it looks pretty good. Then we have Deadly Alliance Scorpion. My buddy the Fourth Snake has beef with this costume because there's no skull, which is kind of the whole point of the Deadly Alliance outfit. Instead, we have burning flesh on top of the skull, and for him that's a really big deal. But for me personally, I bought this costume hour one. I just had to have it immediately and made a full video on it too. I love this costume, and now it's back in the store. In fact, everything so far in the featured tab is a repeat item in the shop in case...
Yeah, they gotta bring Scorpion's skeleton head back. Like, what happened to that?
who missed out on earlier seasons, but in the rotating shop, do we have the new outfits? No, sadly, we do not have anything new here. It's all
Hellfire.
repeat stuff once again. Wedding Scorpion, UMK3 Scorpion, and MK3 Sub-Zero. Not gonna lie, MK3 Sub-Zero is my least favorite outfit that he's ever had, and NetherRealm did not do anything to help it out, really. It looks the same as back in the day. No new features to make it look more interesting. But hey, that's just my opinion. Alright, so next up, let's talk about the new costumes and how you don't have to spend real-world money on them because you can unlock them for free by playing Invasions. And I know Invasions is not the most fun mode to play, but hey, it gets you some free stuff, so that's a big deal. And while you play, you unlock gems to get more stuff for free, so I'm just saying it could be worth your time, especially since it's the final update for Mortal.
You know, for a second I thought that there was something wrong with my full screen. No, it's this man. There's only an intermission and there's nothing in the background.
Kombat 1. Now's the time to unlock everything. Let's hop onto Twitter because Dead Trigger has all the information we need. Here's the new costumes for Tanya, Katana, Melina, and Kung Lao for some reason. Not a new costume, but you can get it for free in Invasions. Let's have a look at these new costumes and check out the map in the background. It reveals where these costumes are located. First up is Tanya, and check it out. Her haircut from Mortal Kombat X is back, along with the face paint and even the white eyes. If Tanya started the game looking like this, nobody would have been upset. It's iconic, it's classic. When you think of Tanya, it's this look. Let's be real. And as a result, you know I've got to get my hands on this costume. I'm gonna be grinding Invasions for sure. I love the dress too. The Outworld dresses for all three ladies is fantastic. Now, unfortunately, it's the same dresses for all three women. However, I do think the jewelry and subtle elements like that are different. For example, Melina is wearing her mask by default and Katana is not. So already that's a subtle difference. I think the earrings might be different as well. Let's have a peek. You know, maybe. I can't quite tell by the renders. I'll find some better images or possibly some videos for you all to look at.
I love the colored size.
Details that vary between the different women, but overall it's the same dress but in different colors. Even so, I think it looks really cool and a great way to end off Mortal Kombat 1. These costumes look great. Although when I worked at NetherRealm, there would have been some guy costumes as well, right? 3 new costumes for the boys and 3 new costumes for the women.
This is why you gotta hire fans of the IP that can further a game's longevity, because this man is cooking.
That would be a great way to end the game. However, with that also said, I don't think NetherRealm intended on the game ending this early. WB forced them to close up shop a bit early and begin working on the new game
yes, because it's kind of a failure.
Which also happened to Mortal Kombat 11, oddly enough, even though that game sold super well. Or in other words, WB does this all the time. They make NetherRealm end their games early and start work on the next game way earlier than anybody expected, especially NetherRealm. Oh, and look at this. Apparently Melina's costume is tied to a survival challenge, which are infamously difficult to complete because for some reason NetherRealm just likes doing that. But if you find this consumable on screen, then you become immune to all projectiles and can win that challenge really easy to unlock that Melina skin. So make sure you get this bad boy as well. There's even a map by Wolves775 that shows you where to buy this consumable if you can't find it by other means. So there you have it, everyone. Not only am I showing you the new costumes and the item shop stuff, but also I'm telling you how to get it for free. Ain't that amazing? Leave a like down below for those epic tips. But now finally, to end today's video, I want to talk about how I think Mortal Kombat 13 should be handled. Around 2 years ago, before Mortal Kombat 1 even dropped, NetherRealm bragged about not having a battle pass, which sounded fantastic at first, but then Marvel Rivals dropped. And honestly, I think they handle battle passes really well. You spend around $9 or $10, and in return, you get like 7 costumes just by playing the game, and while you unlock the battle pass stuff, you earn enough in-game currency to buy like 2 other costumes for free. Or in other words, it's almost $1 a costume, which is crazy. And I personally think fighting games should do something similar. Now, Marvel Rivals is free to play, which honestly could work really well for fighting games too. However, if that idea is too crazy for any developers to try, then why not a reduced price, like $40, maybe $20 for a fighting game instead? I think that's a very reasonable price, especially if fighting games want to keep doing this in-game store stuff. And it seems to me me like that's the future going forward. Fighting game developers have learned how much money they can make by using these in-game stores, and that's honestly okay if the game itself is sold at a reduced price or possibly even free. At the end of the day, most normies already think fighting games are overpriced, because compared to many other games, there's not a ton of content there. Sure, the big three have a decent amount of content, right? Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, and Mortal Kombat 1. However, many other fighting games are lacking by comparison. Guilty Gear Strive has online at this point, and that's pretty much it. There's not even extra costumes to unlock or anything like that. Did they ever get a ranking system, by the way? That game was out for over a year and did not have a ranking system. Did they ever get one? I'm honestly asking, not trying to roast Guilty Gear at all. I'm just curious if they finally have ranked matches. And my point is, if fighting games do want to have an in-game store with tons of awesome stuff to unlock, I think that's completely fine if you handle it the same way that Marvel Rivals did. Because honestly, it's fun to unlock free stuff as you play the game without being locked into certain game modes or having to do certain tasks that are usually not very fun to get your favorite costume. For example, how Mortal Kombat 1 locked a lot of stuff away in Invasions mode just to make sure you play it. Because I think NetherRealm knew it wasn't that fun, so they shoved a bunch of stuff in there that forced you to play it if you wanted that free stuff. And for me personally, I don't think that's the way to do things going forward. I think Marvel Rivals is the perfect format to copy. So NetherRealm, Namco Bandai, or Capcom, if you're watching this video and you're looking for homework to copy, I say Marvel Rivals is the best one to steal from.
Is that an original Tanya outfit?
Everyone, the final update for Mortal Kombat 1. I know some people were waiting for this game to end so the next game could start, but me personally, I'm gonna miss Mortal Kombat 1. I think the gameplay had lots of depth, and that's the biggest deal for me in a fighting game. However, all good things must come to an end, and honestly, I'm excited for whatever NetherRealm makes next. I'm looking forward to the next game. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed the final update to Mortal Kombat 1. It's been a ride, to be sure. Please leave a like if you...
I thought the final update was going to be like a last DLC, but I guess they're not going to focus on that because of what's been going on. It didn't make as much sales. It made as much sales as 11, but not. It didn't exceed the sales, I believe, or they came toe to toe, but 11 still did better. Something to learn from. People are getting tired of the multiverse idea, so let me know what you think let me know what you think about this video down in the comments below. Let me know what other gaming videos or media-related content you'd like me to react to. Like, subscribe if you vibe, become a beaut today, and I will see you guys on the live streams eventually. Take care of yourselves, and thanks for stopping by.